And that might seem an awful lot of time to you, but actually it's gone by in a flash. There are people here that I taught, whose children I taught, whose children I am now working with as an academic mentor. Every child in this school is given a very, very specific programme to follow. Every child in this school knows how to achieve. Every child in this school is taught how to achieve. If those children don't run with that, then there's very little else that we can do. But my real comment, what I really want to say is, the proposal is to open 2 schools of 1,500 children at this end of the borough. All the data, all the research shows that bigger is not better. See why Wigan haven't looked at an alternative of 3 schools of 1,000 children each. Those schools could then help those children to achieve even more. If we got the same parity of funding that the other 2 high schools at this end have been getting since 2003, there wouldn't be this situation. We wouldn't be having this public meeting, because we would have been able to do for our children what those other 2 schools have been able to do. I'm not saying money is the only way in which you can actually change the course of a child's future. It's not. There's a lot of factors, but it helps. And if you don't have it, you can't do a great deal about it. In fact, what we've done here is to improve the life of the children of Atherton, despite not having all the advantages of 2 other schools.
I'm a governor at one of the most deprived schools in Atherton. Our staff go out every morning for children whose parents can't be bothered to bring them in school. Now, when they have to come up to this school, they are then carried on here. Whatever we put at our school, the school makes sure they do it. You can't expect a school of 1,500 pupils to have that concern for every child. It's all right for the children whose parents will make sure they're educated, but my concern is the children whose parents don't care, and there is a lot in this town that don't care. And we have got to stand up and be counted for those children.
Yeah.
I speak as a member of the supporters group, as a former parent and grandparent, and I will cut down what I was going to say, just to say to you, and especially to you, sir, local schools for local children is a worthy endeavour, and we commend it to you.
I have no direct involvement with Hesketh Fletcher School at the moment, but 20 years ago both my children left, went on to St Mary's Sixth Form College, and subsequently on to university. Those were the good days. I think we've heard tonight the reasons for the decline. Lack of leadership, lack of finance. But having closely monitored what's been going on at Hesketh Fletcher over the last 2 years, because I only just lived round the corner, I can see the terrific improvement that there has been in these 2 years. And I'm very, very confident with the excellent leadership of Mrs. Rowlands that this school can return to what we know to be the good old days. It may need a lot of hard work, but it's something that we've got to do. I'm born and bred in Atherton. I'm very proud of that, of the 60-odd years that I've spent here, and I have been involved in community work. But as I see Atherton at the moment, it's very much a declining town. You only need to walk down Market Street and see all the shutters up on the shops. And I think if Hesketh Fletcher were to go, it will be the final nail in the coffin of Atherton. The young lady mentioned earlier that who is going to buy a house in Atherton when they look to the future and they've not got a school to attend? 2 other points that's not been mentioned tonight. It amazes me that we have a government of which our MP is a member of the cabinet, And as health secretary, he was sprouting about children walking to school.
Yeah.
Well, from Flapperford Lane to Westleigh, it's one hell of a walk. The other thing that our politicians keep shoving down our throats is the environment. Well, what's going to happen to all the extra cars that will be running from Atherton to Westleigh and to Tilsley? Traffic congestion is already bad, and it's going to be a lot worse.
Yeah.
And I certainly feel that you'll listen, sir, to all the points that have been made and come up with a decision that will support the ongoing life of Hesketh Fletcher School. Thank you.
Right, hello everyone. Some of you might know who I am. I'm a geography teacher, been here only for 5 years. I was also lucky enough to train here and I was offered the job here. I've got some fantastic colleagues who I find an honour to work with. But more importantly, and I know I'm talking for all of my colleagues, we find it an honour to serve this community. And we want to carry on doing it. Very quickly, one of the first lessons I learned as a teacher was that we increase attainment by rewarding our children and by giving more, not by punishing them.
My name is Michael Martin. I've only lived here for under 4 years, but I spent most of my life in education. I've taught or studied in France, Spain, Italy, Estonia, Romania and countries in Africa and the Middle East. They would be astonished. I mean, Romania, a much poorer country than here, at the idea that an 11-year-old should have to walk to Westleigh to get his secondary education. When the crunch comes, the budget is what counts. They devise the budget and then fit you into it, right? And only by the greatest amount of objection will you ever get them to change that. Thank you.
I'll be very quick. I'm Sheila Prescott. I've spent the last 9 months of my life trying to help you. I think my colleagues who've been on that fight with me will agree. And I don't usually speak in public, though you may not believe that for this afternoon, but I shy away from it, don't I? Every time you've invited me, I said no. But I wanted to tonight because I want to thank you. All of you here, every one of you, because I said to you this afternoon, I hope the people of Atherton will speak for themselves tonight. It was my job then, in a smaller meeting, to speak for you. Without having heard your comments, I spoke for you. And I said to you, didn't I, perhaps the people of Atherton will speak for themselves tonight, and thank you, because you have. And you've made everything we have done, all the people, I can see them, who've worked hard, you've made every bit of it, every one of those boring meetings we've often been to, you've made it really worthwhile. So thank you for that. You've represented yourself exactly as I and everybody else would have wanted you to. Thank you.
Thank you. I just want to say, at this school, I didn't just get a great education, I also got really confident as well. And when I first came here, I would not be able to stand here tonight and talk to you all. And I just want to say thank you to all the members of staff, because I didn't get a chance to see you when I left. I'm now at college, and I just want to thank you all for helping me.
Children's Centre, I'd just like to say we've got 9 fantastic schools in this cluster. Within the cluster we offer some excellent extended services along with an out-to-do project, and most of the services are all held here at Hesketh Fletcher. I just am concerned about where the children would go in their free time if obviously the schools to close.
I did say that this